We're here in El Dorado Airport, getting ready to head over to Santa Marta. I'm going to be visiting an Eco-Hotel. I'm going to give you a tour of this Eco-Hotel and what that Eco-Hotel has to offer, so you can get an idea of what we're building. Stay tuned. All right, we're finally made it after being delayed for about an hour and a half. We finally got to Santa Marta. It is a small airport when you guys come here. You get off, taxis are going to be right outside. All right, we got our taxi. Just remember, when you guys get here, if you go to this specific spot, everybody knows Minca, which is the town, but the actual hotel, most people don't know. So even if the driver does not know where exactly the hotel is, doesn't matter, just make it to the town, because everybody in the town knows where it's at. Alright, this is the town. Right, we are here in Selva Minca. To get here it's not that easy. You really need to pay attention, because half the time the taxi guy has no idea where this place is at. Just make sure that you talk to people from like Andres, who know exactly how to get there.
Normalmente es a las 7:30 de la mañana o a las 5 de la tarde. Aquí también al lado tenemos un spa, tenemos masajes, tratamientos y un pequeño hammam, que es como un turco, un sauna, donde también tenemos como esas actividades. Desde aquí hay dos caminos, uno para bajar a una pequeña playa, entre comillas, es el río, que tiene una piscina natural justo aquí, ¿vale? Entonces pueden nadar dentro de la propiedad, es bastante privado. Pero si quieren algo más grande, como una cascada, tenemos la cascada escondida, que está por acá, siguiendo el camino. Esta es la puerta de Filter, nuestra propiedad. Un poco más adelante a la izquierda atraviesan el río, pagan como 8.000 pesos para entrar, porque es una private property. Y ahí está la cascada escondida. Ya es una cascada grande, pública, donde hay más gente, pero generalmente es tranquila a comparación de las más conocidas de Minca.
¿La distancia?
Distancia en kilómetros no la tengo, a lo mejor serán unos 7 kilómetros, 7, 5, es súper cerca en realidad, solo son 25 minutos caminando a buen ritmo, despacito 30, ¿va? Está súper cerca en realidad. Esto de aquí atrás, bueno, sí es cierto, sí, porque mira, de aquí a acá son 8, de aquí a acá es como 700 metros y de aquí a acá son como 3 kilómetros. Los caminos principales son bastante derechos, pero sí es bastante amplia la propiedad. Eso en cuanto al mapa. En cuanto a cositas de acá, tenemos un horario recomendado de actividades. Es recomendado porque es la hora buena de hacer las actividades, no porque estén programadas para esa hora.
Okay.
Por ejemplo, el bird watching, la mejor hora para ver aves es en la mañana, desde las 6 de la mañana. ¿Vale? Entonces, si quieren programarlo, esa es la mejor hora.
Okay.
Por ejemplo, cooking class, Colombian cooking class, es a las 3 de la tarde porque Generalmente todo lo que cocinan se lo tienen que comer, así que hay que haber hambre. Entonces, esos horarios están ahí como para que sepan horas buenas para las actividades, pero pueden programarla cuando quieran, igual que los masajes y las ceremonias. Sobre la comida, tenemos un restaurante 100% vegetariano. Una sola opción es no vegetariana, que es como una adición que tenemos de filete de pescado, ¿vale? Sí. Es la única como variación para tener una alternativa. Y casi todo lo preparamos desde cero, o intentamos. Entonces las cosas tardan un poquito de tiempo. Entonces agradecemos si nos dejan saber un poquito con antelación de qué quieren comer. Para el desayuno tenemos 4 opciones, para el almuerzo tenemos 3 opciones y la cena es una, que tiene algunos snacks que puedes cambiar por cena, que va cambiando todos los días.
That was the briefing. When you come check in, you're going to get that briefing. You get a drink, like I just got a smoothie. So now we're going to do a tour of the actual room. I'm gonna do this tour probably again because it's a little dark, but Andres is gonna show us around.
If you can do English, it's fine as well.
All right, then do it in English.
All right, let's go. So here we have like a huge kitchen. It's prepared with almost anything you need: air fryer, oven. You have all like dish, spoons, anything that you need to make like any dish. Okay, that's the first part of the first floor, and we have just like super hidden here the first room. You can take a look at it. Is a double bed with a private bathroom. Okay. Yeah, every bed has his own mosquito nets because they are sleeping with you always.
Yes, this is one thing you guys need to know. If you're coming here, this is literally the jungle. Now, Selva is jungle in Spanish, so you're gonna have some bugs.
Correct. So let's go to the second floor, and we'll have here the main room. And take a look at it. It's a huge room.
The main room here. It's a big room. Wow, you got the glass. Oh, not the glass, but it is the windows. Look at that view, people. That is awesome.
You have a small terrace here in the main room. Recommendation: keep it closed at this time because from 5 to 7 is the worst mosquito wave.
Yep.
Okay.
5 to 7.
Yep. You have here the towels. White towels are usually for the room, and we have these ones that are for the river. Okay, you can take it with you.
Okay.
If you're gonna take a swim to the waterfalls. That's almost everything for here. We have a hidden bathroom as well over there.
A bathroom?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Oh wow.
Hidden.
It's very hidden.
Yeah.
A small bathroom here. It's got a shower. Right here. Let's see.
Yep.
Okay, good. Bathroom with shower, and again, you're outside, people.
And we gotta go for the best part of the room. That will be the rooftop. I think like not even one phone in the world can record this, as you can see it with your eyes.
Again, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do another video during the day. But look at this view, people. This is, and just listen. There's another very important note about this place if you come here. It is a vegetarian, it's more of a hippie vegetarian type vibe. So for example, in the restaurant, the whole menu is vegetarian. So if you don't like vegetarian food, then you'll have to leave the property and walk like maybe 200 meters, and then there's a regular restaurant. But when you book this place, you'll have the opportunity, because breakfast and dinners, and depending on what fare you get or what rate you get, most likely breakfast and dinner is going to be included. But again, you got to remember, it is a vegetarian deal. But they do have wine, and it's pretty good. Cheers. All right, I just took a shower, but I got to record this because I know I'm going to forget. People, when you book either a glamping accommodation or an eco-hotel like this place, because remember, don't come here and say it's glamping, because they don't call it glamping, they call it an eco-hotel, although it's glamping. Anyway, so just so you guys know, because there's a lot of misconceptions, glamping is technically camping with some accommodations that you're normally used to when you book a hotel, right? For example, this is the bathroom, right? We have running water, we have a toilet that works, but this is the shower, and the shower has hot water. It's great, but it's in the open. So, if we step over here, that is the jungle, people. And that's what the jungle sounds like at night. But the reason I'm saying that is because you're going to be exposed to the environment. Things like mosquitoes, bugs, lizards, whatever's in the jungle, you're going to be exposed to it. So don't forget that. Love you guys.
Torre número 1 se llama Colibrí. Curiosidades, todas las torres tienen nombres de aves. Adelante.
Gracias.
Bien pueda. En la primera parte nos quitamos el calzado para estar más cómodos, conectar un poquito. Y tenemos el baño en la primera planta. Pueden empujar. Una vista preciosa. Preciosa, divina, bonita.
Wow, qué chévere. Esto es lo que me gusta a mí, que estás literalmente afuera. Qué chévere.
Adelante.
Wow. Aquí literalmente estás perfectamente con una vista bellísima, relajado, con el ambiente.
Exacto, es totalmente abierta. Vista 360. Con su debida malla para mosquitos, porque si no...
Sí.
¿Ya lo vivieron anoche?
Sí, anoche.
Ahora sí entendieron lo de la ola a las 5.
Sí.
Re fuerte.
No, pero qué bonito.
Sí, el atardecer está por allá, normalmente.
Ajá.
Naturaleza y vista de pájaros generalmente vienen a visitar por este lado. Aquí a las 5 de la mañana, mínimo un tucán pasa por ahí. Sí, está equipada igual con té, café, azúcar para preparárselo uno mismo. Y esta tiene bebidas locales. Cervezas hechas acá en Minca.
Well, as I said, if you come here, you are truly going to be enjoying nature at its finest. Now, again, if you've never experienced a glamping or never had a glamping experience, remember, you're outside. You're in technically here like where we're at now. You're in the jungle, people. So you're going to experience bugs, mosquitoes. Although during the day, it's not an issue. And that's why they have this. It's between 5 and like 7 p.m. when the sun's going down, then you have a higher chance or higher probability of interacting with mosquitoes. But it's not a big deal. All right, this is where you can come and do yoga classes. And then that is where you can get a massage. And look, you can see from here, let's see if I can get closer. One of the houses, or the cabanas. There's another one. Oops, too tight. But there's trails, you can take trails, and I love me some trails. Alright, we are in El Mirador La Tagua. Now I should have recorded this earlier. I didn't realize how high it is. That's why I'm breathing freaking heavy. But you have to climb, people. You have to climb, but this is beautiful. I am loving this. Now, if you rent the bikes or the motorcycles, like I did, it's one road all the way up and one road all the way back. You can't get lost, but I gotta tell you, the scenery is freaking outstanding. It is beautiful, and I say the weather's like bipolar because you're going through clouds. Every time you go through the cloud, it's freezing, and then it gets hot as heck. Like right now, it's hot as hell, but it's beautiful. Check this out. I like this. Look at this. It is freaking amazing. Alright, this is gonna be a pretty decent hike. It's all uphill, all uphill. So again, here's another thing to note is that most of the activities are down by the river. And then even getting to your accommodations, whether it's going to be what they call as the tower, which is the one that I just showed you, or if you stay in one of the little cabanas. But please note that you're going uphill or downhill, depending on if you're coming down to the river or to the spa or to do yoga. You're going up to the restaurant or you're going up to your accommodations, you're going to be going uphill. So you have to be in somewhat of decent shape. The ground is not stable. So for those people that have mobility issues, this may not be for you. So you can see down here, that's the one that I showed you, the tree house that I showed you when I was down by the spa. I love all this vegetation. Let's see if I can expand this. Yeah, I just love it. Whoa, almost busting my butt. There's the other one. As you can tell, I'm already breathing heavy. Not easy getting up and down. And here's the other one. Buenas.
Buenas.
Permiso. Andresito, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo vamos? Recording.
Sí, grabando. Ahí pasamos a Andrés. Y allá abajo hay otras cabañas. as you guys know, I like to tour the areas I visit either by bike or scooter, but they don't have either or neither of them. So I got a motorcycle. I'm gonna be going through the mountains on a it's a 6-speed Kawasaki. Nice and slow. Love this little coffee shop. Check this out. Found this cool little coffee shop. This beautiful mountain view. Holy smokes. My beautiful people, we are here with Andres Gomez. Andres, tell us who you are and what you're about.
Okie dokies. Hello, nice to meet you. This is Andres from the front desk at Selva Minca. I work right now usually in the afternoons here at the front desk. I receive people for the check-in every day, and that's basically it.
And Andres, you weren't born in Minca, right? You're from Santa Marta?
Yeah, I am from Santa Marta. I live currently in Santa Marta, so I get up to Minca every day. It's just like a 15 minutes ride to get here and 30 minutes to go down.
Okay. And then real quick, from the airport here, it's about a 30-minute ride?
It will be like 45 to 1 hour, depending on the traffic.
Okay.
Like the ride from the entrance of the road just to Minca will be 40 minutes, okay?
Okay.
The other one depends on the traffic.
Okay. Yeah, it's I think it took us like 45 minutes. And then again, like I stated in the video when we landed, a lot of times the drivers are not going to know if you just give them the name Selva Minca. They're not going to know where it's at. They're going to know Minca, and they're going to take you to downtown. But it's from the center. It's only about a kilometer, 1 kilometer, or 600 meters up the hills. It's a straight road. So don't let them drop you off because they'll try to drop you off and tell you take a motorcycle and come here. No, tell them they can make it here. And if anything, when you make a reservation here, you're going to have access to the front desk and just let the front desk talk to the driver if there's any issues. Anyways, Andres, tell us a little bit about this place.
About Selva Minca, right now we have been like open from 3 years ago now. I think it's a pretty new property. And this place specifically, it was created not as a hostel or hotel or a lodge. It was really like a farm, like a family farm, like a place to go on vacations to share with the family. So the owner created like the first room, and they arrived here, loved the vibe, loved the nature, the variety of like animals, birds, and they decided to make another house. And just like this, they had like at the beginning it was Cielo, the room where you're staying, was the first room. Okay. And was half of this place that was the kitchen. Okay. So that was the beginning. Later on, they created the bamboo towers. That are the beautiful towers that we have. They have like an amazing landscape. And so from the beginning to a certain time, they have 3 towers and Cielo. And they decided, okay, we're coming on vacations for these specific dates, but what about the rest of the year? So they decided to open it to the public, get a front desk, expanded a little bit on the kitchen. They created the vegetarian restaurant. And they make the shala, the place for the yoga.
Yoga, yeah.
Yeah, and once everything was ready, they said like, okay, let's go on Airbnb. That was the first platform. And we are here now.
Yeah, so I happen to know one of the owners of the properties, or one of the investors of this property. And it's interesting, and I've said this a couple of times on video, because as you guys know, I have lots of properties, and I'm working on establishing several glamping properties. And when I mentioned to him, oh yeah, you guys have it's a nice glamping property, and he got offended. He goes, no, it's not glamping, it's an eco-hotel. But anyways, so how long have you been working here?
I've been here 7 months ago. Like
7 months?
From half of the last year, I've been working with Selva Minca right now.
And then, so in total, how many rooms do you guys have, or accommodations?
Okay, we used to have just 8. It will be Cielo plus Refugio, that is a house just right there, right next door. The 3 towers and the 3 tree houses, that was 8. And now we're creating or opening some small rooms that are not like big as the other ones. These are more like actual rooms, just like the bed place and the bathroom.
Okay.
That will be just right here. That will be 2, 3, 4, and 5. That will be 5 more. So 8 plus 5.
Cool. So since you guys opened, you weren't here 3 years ago, but since you've been working here, how have you seen, has it grown? Has it become busier? Has it become less busy? Because I know the market, like for example in Medellin, tourism is going down. And they're having a lot of issues with short-term rentals and over tourism. Are you seeing that here in Minca?
Not really. Here the market is pretty different from Medellin, because people that is here is looking more for like, let's say, seasonal things, I would say like that. For example, Minca is a place that gets busy when the Tayrona Park is closed, let's say. Okay? Or when there is like winter in another places. So people is looking for a little bit of jungle, a little bit of heat, and Minca is like that kind of place. Okay? So let's say some seasons like summer would be September, something like that. It's pretty calm here. But once it's getting to December, January, and now February are like the busiest month of the year.
So say that again. December when?
December, maybe August, I would say. October is pretty calm.
Okay.
So like mid-November, December, the tourism just goes up.
Okay, cool. So in terms of demographics, like what's your avatar? What's your average customer?
Okay, I would say elderly a little bit. There is a few people that comes like in their 20s, maybe 30s, but I would say it's 40 plus. Usually people that want to be like in a chill place, because this is not a party place at all. People that is looking for like tranquilidad, so like a quiet place, they arrive here. And couples, usually like that's most of the group of people that arrive here, like couples that just get married or are about to get married or they're on the honeymoon. So that kind of public is the most common here.
Yeah, and guys, understanding who your avatar is extremely important. And a lot of the stuff that they're doing here caters to couples and cater to the demographic you just mentioned, 40 plus people and higher. Now, when people come here, like you said, there were the older couples. Like, what is the most busy activity that you see here?
Okay, I would say one of the main activities and the reason why we have it every day is the yoga.
The yoga?
Because it's great for couples, for single people, for big groups. So a lot of people is joining yoga every day, morning and afternoon. And we have some activities that are like meditations. For example, for the couples, usually the tantric experience. That is a experience to like get couples to be a little bit more intimate. Like not in a sexual way, but in a
spiritual way.
Yeah, just a little bit of the spirit and the senses. Like you get to hear your couple, you get to feel her or feel him, and then you use like all the senses, and you connect with the other person. So that's one of the best treatments that we have for couples, and also the outside activities. I would say the bird watching is amazing here. The walks to waterfalls. We even have a waterfall just 20 minutes from here, and the river place. Those are like the most common activities that people can do like every day.
And then in terms of like what foreigners or local, like do you get more foreigners than local, or do you get more locals than foreigners?
I will say it's 70-30 percentage. I would say 70 is like foreigners, and 30% is locals. Okay, it's not that big of a gap, because sometimes it's like a foreigner with a local.
Yeah.
Okay, but I would say most of the people that arrive here, like alone, I would say, are from, I would say my top three, that would be maybe US and Germany or France. That will be like the nationalities that we have always here.
Yeah, so it's interesting because that's what I found, right? And especially since I've been here, I did a lot of market research here. And for some reason, the Netherlands or the Dutch, the Germans, and Finland, the Nordic countries, they picked this spot and they like this spot, which is completely the opposite of what they're experiencing back home, and it's and how they find it has to be. Now, do you guys? Because this is a good question, because how do they find you? Because do you guys do direct marketing or social media marketing? Because Minca is not a known.
Not really.
It's not really well known. It's not Medellin. It's not Bogota.
I would say we have a really strong presence in Instagram. That's like the main communication like network that we have right now.
Marketing, yeah.
Yeah, for the marketing, and the website. Like those are the two, and the mouth to mouth, of course, because once a person stay here and they love it here, they go like, "Hey, are you going to Colombia? Okay, Colombia, you gotta visit Minca." Yeah. And there is this place that is really natural, kind of stuff. But I would say those two, like the Instagram and the mouth to mouth, will be the top tier.
Now, another interesting, like this. What is this area known for? Like this region, what is it known for?
Okay, Minca is the town. It was named like the plunge of Colombia, because it's a very how do you say that? This is like huge in biodiversity. Okay.
Okay.
So there is a percentage. I don't know the exact percentage, but let's say 70-80. People say like 70 or 80% of the variation or type of birds that exist in the world, we have it here in Minca. Okay, so if you love birds, this is the place that you gotta visit. You can see from a colibri to a toucan to parrots, like anything. Oropendulas. I think you notice there are some like black big birds with a yellow tail. So there is a lot of variety in birds. Also, if you want to see plants, there are some, let's say, local, like plants that you only can see in Minca, okay? So like the natural biodiversity is huge, okay? Same in animals, it's like super diverse.
Yeah, that's where I think a lot of people are, and why a lot of people are starting to get to know Minca, because he's correct. I mean, just sit out here at any time of the day, you're going to see toucans, a large variety of birds. We posted some on my Instagram recently, because it is known for that. And when you go into town, this is how you know that this area is known for bird watching, because when you go into town, you see tons of tourists or tourist companies advertising tours for bird watching. And then today we took a trip. We rented motorcycles and just took a trip all the way up to, what's the name of the place we went?
Los Pinos?
No,
La
Los Pinos.
Tagua.
La Tagua.
Yeah.
We went to La Tagua, and during the entire trip we ran into bird watchers. So it was pretty interesting for that. So tell us a little bit, because this place does have like a hippie vibe.
It is.
Very,
it has.
So let's talk about the menu, food you serve here.
Okay, we have, like as I told at the beginning, we have a vegetarian restaurant. It's not like a regular veggie food that you find like in the main city. We try to make a lot of things from scratch or from zero. Okay, let's say that you want to drink, let's say coffee. Okay, you want a cup of coffee, and the coffee, the grain is made here in Minca. Okay, so we get it from locals. So we have local coffee. You want it with milk? We have the coconut milk or almond milk option. So let's do it. We don't have the milk like done. We gotta take it out of the coconut, prepare the coconut, pass it through the process, and then you get coconut milk. Okay, so that would be like the fresher coffee that you could have.
Yeah. I can attest, and it's funny that he said that, because we in my bike ride today, we stopped at a great coffee shop. Almost getting to La Tagua, there's a coffee shop there. We stopped there, talked to the owner of the place, and he has a huge coffee farm. And again, if you're on my Instagram, you would see it. So if you're not, please follow me on Instagram. But huge coffee region, which I didn't know this area was known for its coffee. I'm familiar with Salento, Quimbaya, La Zona Cafetera, Armenia, but I didn't know Minca also had lots of coffee farms. But so that's good. So everything here is made from scratch, and you guys source it locally, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we try to get everything like super fresh. Let's say the lettuce is made just right here above in a farm, and as I told you at the beginning, the food is not like regular food. We have like a variation of the normal food. Let's say if you got a hamburger, we have a vegetarian hamburger. If you have lasagna, we have lasagna as well. It's vegetarian as well, doesn't have any meat.
I got it. I had it yesterday, the vegetarian lasagna. I'm not a vegetarian. I rarely ever eat vegetables, but I got to tell you that vegetarian lasagna yesterday was delicious. So hats off to the chef, because that was very, very good. So one last question. In where do you see tourism in this area going? Do you see it expanding? Because we saw a lot of construction. Do you see expanding? Do you see retracting? Do you see any, Colombia itself trying to, regulate more of the tourism? Or tell me what your thoughts on that is.
Okay, right now, like the foreigners market, it's let's say remaining the same right now. But locals are getting to know Minca for another reasons, because let's say like the target for foreigners is different from the one for locals. Right. Locals are getting to know Minca right now and I think you should notice that there are a lot of bikers here.
Yes.
So those are locals usually. Right. So Minca is a really like a cool place to do treks, like extreme treks, to walk really high in the mountain, to do mountain bike, or to do like bike rides. Okay. Yeah. So that's the market for the people that is from Colombia. So in that terms of locals, that's the market that is growing right now. And as people is getting to know Minca more in the outside of Colombia and in Colombia, a lot of people is getting to buy properties right now. So a lot of the farms that existed before, like coffee farms or cacao farms, Some of the ones that are like super near to the roads, they are starting to work in creating places like hostels, restaurants, and that kind of stuff that is getting Minca to grow. So you can see that near the road there are a bunch of things that are being created now, but outside from the main road everything is natural. So they're trying, the hippie vibe, let's say, is trying to like keep the nature natural and just focusing on the tourism in some sectors. Okay, so that's a good thing actually.
Yeah, so I definitely noticed that, and it's interesting because, guys, I've been talking about this for at least the last 2 years. Hence why I have been shifting where I invest and put my money in. If you come here and you take, there's really only one main road. So that one main road will take you through the entire to Minca. There's another beautiful small town. Anyways, there's a small little town on the route that we stopped. But what he said is 100% true. We saw so much construction. There's a lot of not just like this glamping site, but a lot of hostels, a lot of restaurants that are being built along this main road, and they're part of the farm. So they're creating a unique experience that you're not going to find anywhere but here. But here's why I'm mentioning that, because I discussed this, and I've been talking about this a lot, is creating unique experiences, right? Your traditional 3-bedroom, 2-bath, short-term rental, there's so many of that, right? So if you want to stand out, if you want to really get a better ROI or return on your investment, then I highly recommend you find some land, and it doesn't have to be in Colombia. It doesn't, you just need land. And here's the crazy part. I don't care where it's at. As long as you create a unique environment, you're going to do well. I always talk about Gunther, Alabama, because that's where Doug with Timbercraft Tiny Homes is based out of. And he built an awesome couples resort in Gunther, Alabama. I'm building my couples resort in my vineyard in South Georgia. In these rural areas that we refer to it as a secondary market. Minca is a secondary market, right? Primary markets in Colombia will be Medellin, will be Bogota, will be, Cali. But even, I talked about Buga. Buga is about an hour drive from Cali. And if you go there, you're starting to see a booming tourism or tourist market. That's where we are developing that Eco-Hotel. Shout out to my friend Stephanie, who's part of the tourism board in Buga, who's a great help for me last time I visited there. But last thing I want to say is thank you for the hospitality. We've been here for a couple of days now. Andre has been phenomenal, first-class people. So thank you for that. Tell us a little bit about your project, though. I know you have some land. I know you're looking at a project. Tell me what your dreams and goals are right now.
Okay, right now, as a long-term project, I just got a property that is like in the first mountain of Santa Marta. So let's say the view is the whole city of Santa Marta. So that's like a privileged view to say that. It's not a huge place, but I'm planning to go on the way of a short rental, eco-hostel maybe. I will look for the market of the young people. I will say that, but young people like that love nature as well and admire the view, because it's literally like you can get to the top of the mountain and see the city plus the sea plus the mountain. So that's an amazing view.
Listen, I looked at, he showed me pictures of the land that he bought. And again, I applaud him. He's a young guy. It doesn't take a lot. He made some sacrifices. And correct me if I'm wrong, you did a private deal with the owner, right? To buy it? Yeah. See, guys, you don't need a lot of money. You know what you need? You need some goals. You need some courage. You need some determination. And everything else will fall into place. He knew the owner of this lot. Had a conversation with the owner of the lot, worked out an owner finance deal with that guy. He's slowly paying it off, but he has a long-term goal, right? a lot of you guys want everything instant. Listen, patience, be committed, take your time, and you'll reach your goals. But you know, patience and commitment's going to be huge. Again, I applaud you. Thank you very much, my friend.
It is a pleasure.
I wish you all the best, and see you guys, bro.
Nosotros plantamos nuestro café a 1500 metros sobre el nivel del mar y nuestras plantaciones tienen sombrío, o sea, es más amigable con el ecosistema. Aquella plantación que se ve al frente es un tipo de plantación como el eje cafetero, que es a libre exposición, sin sombrío, y por lo cual necesita ayuda de fertilizante y eso. Nosotros no, porque nosotros el ciclo natural, el follaje cae otra vez y se ayuda con compuestos pues, del café, la cáscara de café, o sea, abono orgánico.
Entre acá y para que mire de acá vienen. Entren.
Muéstrame, ahí tienes.
Entre y mira acá, hombre.
Dale.
Vea yo.
Wow.
Aquí tengo carne de cerdo, pollo, carne llanera y acá en el otro. ¿Verdad? Aquí le tenemos todos los chorizos. ¿Verdad?
¡Oh! ¡Súper! ¿Y usted cómo se llama, señor?
Yo me dicen Camarita.
Camarita.
¿De dónde es usted?
De Miami.
De Miami. ¡Me voy para Miami! ¡Esa! ¡Bien esa!
Súper. El sancocho de pollo. Gotta have it. Guys, so this is by far the best pork barbecue ribs I've ever had. If you come to Santa Marta specifically, if you come to Minca, you have to stop here. It's called el asador Camarita. The best.